What if the reason you feel tired, bloated, or dehydrated every day is actually because of the way you're drinking water? Most people think water is automatically healthy, no matter how they drink it. More water equals better health, right? That's what we've all heard for years. Carry the giant gallon jug. Force yourself to drink even when you're not thirsty. Chug water all day long. But here's the problem. There are people walking around drinking massive amounts of water every single day, and they still feel exhausted, dizzy, bloated, or dehydrated. Some even end up in the hospital because of it. And that's where things get interesting. Because hydration is not just about water, it's about balance. Your body is running an incredibly complex system involving electrolytes, minerals, digestion, temperature regulation, and nerve function. And when you ignore those things, even something as simple as drinking water can backfire. Today, we're going to break down 6 common mistakes people make when drinking water that may actually be hurting their health instead of helping it. And some of these mistakes are so common that millions of people do them every single day without realizing it. Mistake number 1. Drinking too much water. A few years ago, there was a fitness challenge going around online encouraging people to drink a gallon of water every day, no matter what. People loved it because it sounded disciplined and healthy. More water, clearer skin, faster weight loss, more energy. But not everyone benefited from it. One woman participating in a hydration challenge started feeling nauseous and weak halfway through the day. She thought she just needed more water, so she kept drinking. Hours later, she became confused and disoriented. She eventually ended up in the emergency room suffering from a dangerous condition caused by diluted sodium levels in her blood. This condition is called hyponatremia. And yes, drinking too much water can actually dehydrate you. That sounds backward, but here's what happens. Your body relies on electrolytes like sodium to regulate fluid inside and outside your cells. When you flood your system with too much water without enough electrolytes, you dilute those minerals. The result? Your cells begin swelling with excess fluid while your electrolyte balance crashes. This is why some people who force themselves to drink nonstop water feel headaches, fatigue, muscle cramps, dizziness, or brain fog. Now, does this mean water is bad? Absolutely not. The point is that hydration is individualized. Someone working outside in extreme heat all day will need far more water than someone sitting in an air-conditioned office. Someone sweating during intense exercise loses both water and electrolytes. A person eating low-carb may flush out more fluids than normal. Your body already has a built-in hydration signal. Thirst. The real mistake is ignoring your body and treating hydration like a competition. Now, there are exceptions. If someone is prone to kidney stones, staying properly hydrated becomes extremely important because concentrated urine increases the risk of stone formation. In those cases, higher fluid intake may be recommended. But blindly forcing gallons of water every day, regardless of your body, environment, or activity level, is not automatically healthy. Sometimes more is not better. Sometimes smarter is better. Mistake number 2. Drinking water too fast. Have you ever chugged an entire bottle of water in seconds and immediately felt bloated or uncomfortable afterward? Most people have. And while this might seem harmless, drinking water too quickly can temporarily overwhelm your body's fluid balance. Think about it this way. Your body is constantly trying to maintain equilibrium. Sodium and other electrolytes help control where water goes. But when a huge amount of water rushes in too fast, your system doesn't have enough time to properly regulate it. That sudden imbalance can create temporary swelling and discomfort. Now, for healthy people, this usually isn't dangerous. But it can become a bigger issue when combined with excessive water intake, heavy sweating, endurance sports, or low sodium levels. This is why athletes who overhydrate during marathons sometimes develop serious electrolyte imbalances. Your body handles hydration best gradually, not all at once. Instead of treating water like a race, slow down. Sip consistently throughout the day, rather than forcing large amounts in short bursts. Your digestive system and electrolyte balance will thank you for it. Mistake number 3. Thinking. Every drink hydrates you. This one catches people off guard. Someone says, I drink plenty of fluids every day. But then you ask what they're drinking. Coffee, soda, energy drinks, alcohol, sweet tea. That's not the same thing as proper hydration. Some beverages actually increase fluid loss or place extra stress on your body. Alcohol is one of the biggest examples. Alcohol suppresses a hormone involved in water retention, causing your body to lose more fluid through urination. That's why people often wake up dehydrated after drinking. Sugary sodas can also contribute to dehydration, especially when consumed in large amounts. Even coffee and tea, while not as dehydrating as people once believed, still have mild diuretic effects in some individuals. Now add other factors into the mix. Hot weather, exercise, sweating, vomiting, diarrhea, certain medications like diuretics. Suddenly your hydration needs change dramatically. And there's another situation people rarely talk about, starting a ketogenic or low-carb diet. When your body burns through stored carbohydrates, it releases a large amount of stored water. That rapid fluid loss is one reason people often lose several pounds quickly when starting keto. But here's the catch. Along with that water, your body also loses electrolytes like sodium and potassium. That's why some people experience fatigue, headaches, muscle cramps, or the so-called keto flu. Hydration is never just about fluid. It's about fluid plus minerals. And balance matters. Potassium and sodium work together. Too much of one without enough of the other can create problems. Many people today consume excessive sodium from processed foods while barely eating potassium-rich vegetables. Others swing too far the opposite direction, with electrolyte products loaded with potassium, but insufficient sodium. Your body needs both working together. Hydration isn't just what you drink, it's what your cells can actually use. Mistake number 4. Drinking too much water with meals. Picture this. You sit down for dinner starving. Before the first bite, you drink a huge glass of water. Halfway through the meal, another giant refill. Then afterward, you feel bloated, heavy, and uncomfortable. A lot of people assume that's normal. But here's something worth understanding. Your stomach relies on acid and digestive enzymes to break down food, especially protein. If you already have weak digestion or low stomach acid, flooding your stomach with large amounts of water during meals may dilute digestive juices and make digestion less efficient. This becomes more noticeable as people get older because stomach acid production naturally tends to decline with age. Poor digestion can sometimes contribute to symptoms like bloating, acid reflux, fullness, or indigestion. Now, this doesn't mean you should never drink water during meals. That idea gets exaggerated online. If you're thirsty, drink. The real issue is overdoing it. Instead of consuming massive amounts of liquid while eating, try spacing most of your hydration between meals. Some people notice digestion feels better when they drink water about 30 minutes before eating or wait a little afterward. Again, balance matters. Your digestive system works best when it isn't being overwhelmed. Mistake number 5. Drinking extremely cold water. Constantly. Imagine eating a warm meal and then immediately washing it down with a giant cup of ice water so cold it almost hurts your teeth. For some people, no problem. For others, digestion suddenly feels sluggish and uncomfortable. Here's why that may happen. Your vagus nerve plays a major role in digestion. It helps regulate stomach activity, gut movement, and communication between the brain and digestive organs. In sensitive individuals, especially those already dealing with bloating or digestive issues, very cold water in large amounts may temporarily slow digestive function or create discomfort. Now, this is not a massive health emergency. Plenty of people drink cold water daily without issues. But if someone constantly experiences bloating, stomach discomfort, or sluggish digestion, experimenting with room temperature water instead of ice-cold water may actually help. Sometimes small adjustments, create surprisingly noticeable results. Mistake number 6. Drinking poor quality water. Here's something many people don't think about enough. Not all water is equally clean. A glass of water may look crystal clear while still containing substances you probably wouldn't want in your body long term. Modern tap water can contain chlorine, traces of pesticides, industrial chemicals, heavy metals, microplastics, and other contaminants, depending on the area and water source. And while regulations exist, contamination issues still happen. That's why more people are paying attention to filtration systems. Now, this doesn't mean everyone needs to panic every time they drink tap water. But ignoring water quality completely isn't smart either. Your body uses water constantly. Every cell depends on it. So the quality of what you consume matters. A good filtration system can help reduce many unwanted contaminants and improve both taste and peace of mind. Final thoughts. The biggest mistake people make with hydration is assuming it's simple. Just drink more water. But your body is far more intelligent and complex than that. Hydration depends on electrolytes, activity level, temperature, diet, digestion, and overall health. Too little water is a problem. Too much water can also be a problem. The wrong fluids create problems. Ignoring minerals creates problems. The goal is balance, not extremes. Pay attention to your body. Notice your energy, thirst, digestion, and environment. Hydration should support your health, not become another unhealthy obsession disguised as wellness. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.